Alright, who's ready to fly?
Yeah!
Welcome to MESArcFF Foam Fighters. It's me, Mr. Marshall. I got Claira and Tyler here. And they got their Dark Knight, and we're going to take care of two things this week. We got one of our video producers, Charlie, is making a series of how-tos and tips, not only for you guys, but for our kids in the future who come across new builds and how to approach beveling and all that good stuff in electronics. So there are going to be a lot of probably like early in the week videos produced by Charlie that'll hopefully give some guidance to our students and to beginners as well that are trying to make our planes. So we have the Dark Knight in front of us, yeah?
Yes.
So far, how's the build going?
It's going pretty well. We've finished most of the beveling on the canopy, and that's about all we have to do, and then we have to apply the canopy to the plane.
Cool. So one of the questions that we get a lot, and it's a legit question, is how does the canopy go onto the actual main wing? So here, Claire and Tyler will have to finish their beveling, but what they were doing is that they were doing both of them, and I caught them before they got too far. But you want to, just take a pin, like a Sharpie pin mark, and just kind of, crease those lines. And there's a lot of lines to crease, but you're going to want to do them. Okay, and then all around the outside is what you're going to want to bevel. So Claire just needs to bevel this side here, and she's going to do her best to show us here in a second. Now this front piece, what we did was we just taped it up real fast to kind of, just to hold it there. And then you pretty much just hold like that. And before we go ahead and we glue this thing down, what we want to do is we want to dry fit it first. And here's where a lot of people will get confused. This piece cannot sit on top. It has to sit on the side. It's meant to sit on the side. And it almost has kind of like this unique bend to it, because the kids 4 years ago wanted to have that kind of like a unique little inset here with the build. So you take it and you pretty much pinch it so it almost looks like a shoe. And then these two pieces will just go inside. Okay, and then I push down here on the main wing. And if you look at the front, you should get to where you're starting to kind of line up the nose cone on that piece there. Once you have it, these two pieces just kind of get folded down and glued right on the side, just like that. And then when it's all glued in, this should just be able to come down and just sit right on top of those two sides perfectly. So you got your nose that looks like that. Alright, and then what some kids will do is, when they're ready and it's fitting good, they'll throw in some glue in all the lines. So Claire and Tyler are going to want to throw some glue, light glue, so that when it dries, it kind of gives those lines some strength. And then slide it in, and I will just hold it there until the inside line's dry. Once the inside line's dry, you can then just kind of like lift it up, throw some glue down the base here, and then just kind of get it down. Now, depending on your build, there might be like a little bit of overhang in the half here. You could just put some tape and tape that around the front, or you just cut it off to make that blunt nose look. Cool? Alright, so beveling. Beveling is an art, and it is very tricky to do, and Claire is going to do her best to show us how to bevel. And what she's doing is she's using, there you go, she's using the 45-degree angle. She's going to go nice and look at that. That's amazing. Wow. And we like to use an open blade. Yes, it is a little dangerous. However, they have a little bit more control of the blade, and they have a little more control of the actual fold itself. Bravo. Good job, Clara. Okay, so she is good. You're ready to rock and roll. You guys go ahead and get this nose coat tip on. Alright, well, that is tip number 1 from Charlie. I'm sure he's going to have a lot more tips to have us do over the next couple months, and hopefully help you guys out with your builds. Thanks for watching.